Hi Cliff fans, exciting new news. Cliff has a new album coming out on the 30th of October this year and it's absolutely fantastic. I wasn't expecting this. This is brand new information to I think most Cliff fans. I don't know whether anybody knew up until last night that we were going to get a new album. I only found out last night that there's going to be this album. Kind of speculated there will be something for the 80th birthday. But I was expecting maybe a compilation, the Great 80, like maybe 80 Cliff tracks. Picked out his favourite 80 over the years, his favourite 80 tracks over the years. That's what I was expecting, something maybe like that. But instead we're getting I was gonna say brand new album. It's not it's kind of a brand new album. There's two completely new tracks on the album. There's five covers of songs that Cliff has never sung before. And there's five duets that were previously released on other artists' albums, but they were never released on Cliff albums. So this is welcome. I know a few people have been complaining already. They were expecting another Rise Up, or Rise Up Volume 2, or another album similar. But there's a pandemic going on. Who cares? Cliff has recorded new material. That's all that matters. The guy's 80. The guy's 80 in 2 weeks. It's hard to believe. Anyway, yeah, I'm really excited. There's, as I say, 12 new tracks. This is what we know so far. There's 12 new tracks, two brand new songs. I know the first single released is going to be "Falling for You." I think that's available now on Spotify. It's also up on Cliff's official YouTube channel. I'm sure you can get it on Amazon. You can download it from iTunes. That's available now. "Falling for You," which was written by Chris Eden. I've listened to it about 20 times already today. Absolutely beautiful song. And there's another song that's another original, "P.S. Please," and I'm not sure who wrote that. Yeah, maybe it's Chris Eden again. But this is what we know. We have five cover versions as well. We have "Here Comes the Sun," which was originally a Beatles song, George Harrison Beatles song, which I'm really looking forward to. It's one of my favourite Beatles songs. Can't wait to hear that. Song called "Older." Now, I googled to see which artist had. There's a current song, I think, in the charts called "Older," but I'm sure it's not that one. So I'm thinking maybe, is it the George Michael song, "Older"? Cliff covering George Michael. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see for that one. Or maybe if you know already, you can put it in the section below. The next cover is a song called "Where or When," which I know was... I'm pretty sure this is going to be the classic standard that was done so well by Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Peggy Lee, more recently by Michael Bublé. And probably the cover that I'm most looking forward to hearing on this album is Bee Gees track called "Too Much Heaven." I'm really looking forward to hearing Cliff sing that. That's one of my all-time favourite songs. It's definitely one of my favourite Bee Gees songs. Can't wait to hear that one. And "Let It Be Me," which Cliff has actually sung in concert before. He actually done a duet version with Olivia Newton-John. Probably about 20 years ago, I'd say. It was on Olivia's album. But this is just a solo version of that song, originally done by the Everly Brothers. Absolutely beautiful song. And then we have five duets, which are "The Air That I Breathe," which the album is called Music, "The Air That I Breathe." This, "The Air That I Breathe" was originally Albert Hammond wrote the song. The Hollies had a big hit with it, but I think the first person to actually record the song was Phil Everly, and I think I've seen in an interview with Alan Clark, or maybe it was Graham Nash. They were talking about, no, it was Alan Clark, because I think Graham Nash was actually gone out of the Hollies by that stage. Was saying that they heard Phil Everly's version, and that's why they covered that, and they had a huge big hit with this song. But this is a beautiful version. It was available on Albert Hammond's album. I think it's probably the oldest song on the album. I think he may have recorded that maybe the best part of 15 to 20 years ago with Albert Hammond, and yeah, that was on an album back then. Absolutely brilliant to have it finally on the Cliff album. Also includes the duet that he done this year with Sheila Walsh, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. I absolutely love this song by Sheila Walsh. It Is Well. Well, she called it It Is Well on her album. Cliff has gone for a longer title on this album, It Is Well Inside My Soul, which is just an absolute beautiful gospel song. And yeah, as I say, it was like I've been obsessed with this song for most of the year. I think we got it earlier on this year. Absolutely beautiful song. I Could Be Persuaded was a song he recorded probably about 10 years ago with the Bellamy Brothers. And it's a great country and western track as well. You can find most of these duets, not all these duets, on YouTube. So and some of them on Spotify. I'm not sure whether I Could Be Persuaded is on I know the Bellamy Brothers solo version is on Spotify, but I don't think the duet with Cliff is. But you can certainly get the duet version on YouTube. Taking Controls with Bonnie Tyler, which I wasn't crazy about when it first got released. I thought Bonnie's voice was just too overpowering on the song, but it's grown on me, and I actually really like that song now. And the album closes with It's Gonna Be Okay, which is a fan favourite. It was Cliff sang it on. He released it as a single, and I think it done well as a download. I think it done well as it can be for a Cliff track download. But it was featured on the Just Fabulous Rock and Roll tour a few years ago. When Cliff was going through all that rubbish. This was a great song for him to sing at the time. It's going to be all okay. So I always thought there was a secret message there for fans in that song. He actually opened the show with it, and he closed the same show with it. He sang it twice. And this is the only time I think I've heard Cliff sing the full song twice in a show. So yeah, as I said, I'm really looking forward to this album. We're always going to get something, I think, for the 80th birthday, and I can't wait for this. We have the new book coming out. We have a new single. We have a new album coming out, and everything looks great. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this album. I'll do a review on it like probably straight away. I'd like to give my first thoughts on the album as soon as I get it, but as I say, the album's not released until the 30th of October. I don't know whether we're going to get to listen to any other tracks before then, but we have the duets anyway. You can go and check out some of them duets. As I say, all them 5 duets are on YouTube. Some of them are on Spotify. I think the whole 4 and 5 duets are available to download. But I can't wait for this album, and looking forward to it, and I hope everybody is keeping safe. And that's my. It was not really a review because I can't really review it until he actually releases it. But the new single, absolutely fantastic. If you haven't heard that, go and listen to it now. And we'll all look forward to the new album, Music, The Air That I Breathe.